Hello dear students, I am so glad to meet you back in Adarsh online classes. This video is fourth part in the series of active and passive voice. In this video we are going to learn how to convert any simple active voice sentence in present continuous tense into passive voice. So before going to our point, let us revise our 5 steps. With the help of these 5 steps, we can convert our exercise sentences. So let's read them one by one. First step, identify subject, verb and object. I have cleared how to identify subject, verb and object in my previous video. So please check the video if you haven't or you need a revision. Second step, swap subject to object and object to subject. We put subject in the place of object and object in the place of a subject. Step third, convert main verb to verb's third form. Here we use always verb's third form in passive voice, past participle form. Fourth step, add preposition by. We put by before our subject. And finally, fifth step, add helping verb before main verb. This step could make some doubts in your mind. So to clear these doubts, we are going to discuss in this video that how to put correct helping verb. So let's go towards it. Let us see formulas of present continuous tense in active and passive both. In active, it is are plus verb's fourth form, while in passive, it is are plus being plus verb's third form. So here you can see helping verb is same, is, am and are, but in passive here we added being also. And in main verb, we use here verb's third form past participle, while in active we use the verb's fourth form, ing form. So let's go towards some examples. Our first example is Ronak is repairing the car in the garage. So this is our first example of present continuous tense. Here you can see have uses verb's fourth form with are. So this is present simple tense, present continuous, sorry. So now before going on, let us revise our all 5 steps, which are identify subject, verb and object, swap subject to object and object to subject, convert main verb to verb's third form, add preposition by, and finally the fifth one, add helping verb, or should I say add correct helping verb, which is must. So let's go to our first step. Ronak is repairing the car in the garage. In this sentence, our subject is doer. So here in this sentence, our doer is Ronak because Ronak is performing the activity of repairing. So here Ronak is our subject. Let's go towards object. Here our object is the car because on the car the activity of repairing is performed. So our object is the car, while our verb is our action. So here in this sentence our action is repairing. So our verb is repairing. Now we have our subject, which is Ronak, object, which is the car, and verb, which is repairing. Now let us revise our formula, which is object plus helping verb plus verb's third form plus by plus subject. This is the formula of passive voice. Here you can see we have replaced subject and object and put verb's third form also and by according to our all 5 steps. So let us go with the formula and divide our sentence. Here let us replace subject to the object and object to the subject according to our second step. Here as you can see, I have replaced the car, which is our object. I put it in the place of our subject and our subject Ronak in the place of our object. Okay. Now, our third step is convert main verb to verb's third form. So here, let us convert. So it is here you can see repaired, which is the third form of repair. Now, I have put verb's third form also. So completed our third step. Now let's go towards our fourth step, which is add preposition by. So we put by before our subject. Now finally the fifth one, our fifth step, which is add correct helping verb. So let us revise that in active the helping verb is ismr plus verb's third form, while in passive the helping verb is ismr plus being plus verb's third form. So here according to our object we put here a helping verb. Here you can see our object, which is the car, is singular, so we use here is plus being. So it is being because the car is singular, so that's why we choose here is. Now the passive of the sentence is here. The car is being repaired by Ronak in the garage. So here we have completed our first sentence. Let's go towards the second sentence. Our second sentence is we are cooking food for mother. It is same. This sentence is also in present continuous because here we used are plus verb's fourth form, which is cooking. So helping verb in present continuous is ismr plus verb's fourth form. So this sentence is a present continuous. Now let us identify subject, verb and object. Let me revise all 5 steps. Identify subject, verb and object. Swap subject to object and object to subject. Convert main verb to verb's third form. Add preposition by and add correct helping verb. Now according to the first step, let us identify subject, object and our verb. Here our subject is we because we is performing the activity of cooking and doer also. So we is our subject and we is a pronoun here. And our object is food because on food the activity of cooking is performed. Now third, which is verb, it is here cooking. So our verb is cooking because it is the action, right? So here you can see we have our subject, object and verb. Subject is we, object is food and verb is cooking. So let us start converting. Before converting, let us write our formula, which is object plus helping verb plus verb's third form plus by plus our subject. We will divide our sentence according to this formula. So let's start. Let us swap subject to object and object to subject. So here you can see I put our object in the place of our subject. Our object is food, food in the place of subject, and now we need to put our subject in the place of object. And here if you noticed, our subject is in pronoun. And let us revise our pronoun table, in which we have 3, that if our subject is a pronoun, then conversion will be like I as me, he as him, she as her, we as us, they as them. Please check my previous video to learn pronoun table easily. Now here our subject is we, so we will change we as us. Here you can see I put us, which is our subject, in the place of our object. Now third step, convert main verb to verb's third form. Here our main verb is cooking, so third form of cooking is cooked, so I put here cooked. Now fourth step, which is add preposition by. So I'm going to put by before our subject. Now finally the fifth step, add suitable helping verb. Before I'm gonna put helping verb, let us revise helping verbs. Here you can see that ism-r plus verb's third form, verb's fourth form it should here. So ism-r plus verb's fourth form in present continuous in active form, while in passive it is ism-r plus being plus verb's third form. By mistake it is written here verb's third form. In active side it is verb's fourth form. So here as you can see, food is we count food in plural in singular, so we're gonna use here is. So we put here is being. Now you can see a sentence which is food is being cooked by us for mother. For mother you can be put in the last. So food is being cooked by us for mother. Now let me tell you one thing more, that for mother, which is our other words, we can put it before by also, I mean after main verb. Both are correct, that food is being cooked for mother by us and food is being cooked by us for mother. Both sentences are correct. So now let's go towards some other sentences. Let's take an exercise. First sentence of this exercise is teacher is punishing students in the class. So in this sentence, according to our first step, we need to identify subject, verb and our object. So here our subject is teacher, punishing is a verb, and students, because on students the activity of punishing is happened. So here students is our object. According to a second step, we put subject in the place of object and object in the place of subject, and we use always verb's third form according to our third step, and fourth step put by before a subject and put suitable helping verb also. So here if you notice that our subject, here our object which is students is plural. So here because of that we're gonna put here are. So here you can see that students are being punished by teacher in the class. So let me revise again all the rules, that how it converted, that we put students, which is our object, in the place of subject, and our subject teacher in the place of our object. And according to our third step, we put here verb's third form, which is punished, and we put by before a subject. And helping verb, if you notice here students is plural, so that's why we used here are, and in continuous we add being. So our sentence is students are being punished by the teacher in the class. Our next sentence is he is making a chair. Same sentence. In this also it is of present continuous tense. So in this sentence he is our subject because he is performing the activity of making, and making is our activity, so it is our verb, and the activity of making is performed by he on a chair. So a chair is our object. So here we have identified. Now let's see its passive, and then we will discuss its steps. So the passive of this sentence is a chair is being made by him. So here you can see we put a chair, which is our object, in the place of our subject, and subject in the place of our object. And if you noticed here, he is a pronoun, so we convert he as him according to our pronoun table. So please check my pronoun video also, and a previous video also, to understand pronoun properly. So here you can see a chair is being made by him. We use verb's third form, which is made, and put by before a subject. And a chair, it is singular, so that's why we used here is. So here our sentence is, a chair is being made by him. Let's go to our next sentence, which is, Anuj and Vinay are eating cake. Here if you notice that Anuj and Vinay, so Anuj and Vinay is a subject, but our subject is plural here because here we are talking about two persons, which are Anuj and Vinay. So it is plural, and our verb is eating because Anuj and Vinay, which are subject, are performing the activity of eating, and they are performing the activity of eating on cake. So cake is our object. So let's convert the sentence. Cake is being eaten by Anuj and Vinay. Here we put Anuj and Vinay, which is our subject, in the place of object, and our object cake in the place of our subject, and we put verbs third form eaten because in passive we use always past participle and put by before our subject, which is Anuj and Vinay, and our cake is singular, so we use here is being. So our sentence is, cake is being eaten by Anuj and Vinay. Let's go to our next one, which is, the masoon is building the wall. So here our subject is the masoon and our action is building. So building is our verb, and our subject masoon is performing the activity of building on the wall. So the wall is our object. So let's convert the sentence and then discuss about the sentence. So the passive of this sentence is, the wall is being built by the masoon. Here we put the wall, which is our object, in the place of our subject, and subject masoon in the place of our object, and we put verbs third form past participle, which is built, and we put by also before our subject, and according to our fifth step we put here correct helping verb because the wall is plural, so we use here helping verb is being. So our sentence is, a wall is being built by masoon. Let's go towards our today's last exercise sentence, which is, some boys are helping the wounded man. Here our doer, as our doer is our subject, so here our doer is some boys. So some boys is our subject, and some boys are performing the activity of helping. So help is our verb. So here we have our subject and verb. Now object. So our subject, some boys are performing the activity of helping on the wounded man. So the wounded man is our object. Now we have our object, verb and a subject. So let's convert the sentence and then talk about it. Here it is, the wounded man is being helped by some boys. So here you can see I put our object, the wounded man, in the place of our subject, and our subject, some boys, in the place of our object. And we used here helped, which is verb's third form of helping. So we use here past participle, and we put by also before our subject. And our fifth rule or fifth step, which is put suitable helping verb. So here we put is being because wounded man is singular, so we use here is being. So our sentence is, a wounded man is being helped by some boys. So here we have cleared an exercise on a topic, and we have completed our today's tense also, which is present continuous tense. Hopefully you all understood it properly. If you have any kind of questions, you can ask me in the comment box. So now I have an exercise for you also to do. I'm giving you here an exercise to do, and you can answer me in comment box of these sentences. Here first is, birthday boy is distributing chocolates in the class. Second is, Gopal is painting the room walls. Third, a farmer is cutting the crop. So these are our three sentence, or should I say an exercise which you have to do. Hopefully you all will do it and answer me also in comment box. But at the time when will you do, you should remember that you have to follow 5 easy steps in its conversion active to passive, and revise its a helping verb also, which is in active verbs first form plus ing with ismr, and in passive it is ismr plus being plus verbs third form. So hopefully you all will do this and answer me also. So thank you so much students for being with me in this video, and in the next video we will going to learn our next tense, which is present perfect tense.